What's up everyone? Welcome back to another video on TPL Locs. Today I'm reviewing Lenny Kravitz. So most of you probably know Lenny Kravitz with the long freeform dreadlocks that he used to rock. Unfortunately, somewhere along his journey, he cut his locks and he had like a really small afro going on for the longest time. But I think a few months ago, or maybe even a few years ago, he restarted his freeform locks. And today I'm just going to show you what his locks used to look like and what they look like now. So here is young Lenny Kravitz with his mother, and he has a small, tiny afro. No locks to be seen yet. But then here we jump straight into his tour of this year, 2018. Here you can see his small freeform locks flying. And I mean, in this picture it's not that apparent, but his locks are so cool. Here you can see another picture of the same tour. What I think is really cool about his locks is that they change color quite quickly. If you look at this, you can see that these locks are really light and some of them are really dark. His locks probably color pretty quickly because he lives in the Bahamas most of the time, and the sun there and probably him just being outside a lot gives his hair this really cool color. So this is a picture of, I believe, early 90s. You can see that his locks were really small, were really short, but he's always had that freeform thing going on. And here you can see him with a hat. His locks are, they look kind of matured here, but they're not as long. They're not like the Lenny Kravitz that you know from the songs Are You Gonna Go My Way. This is another picture. I think this should be somewhere around 2016, 2017, because that's the time when he stopped cutting his hair and started freeforming again. I have a video here of him. He's doing an interview in 2016, and here you can see that his hair is already starting to kind of form little locks here and there, but it's mostly still an afro. So then here, Lenny Kravitz himself uploaded this video to his YouTube channel, and he's doing the shakeout. And what he's doing is he's using natural aloe leaves, and he's taking the aloe from that, putting that in his hair, leaving it in his hair for a while, and then probably washes it out. I'm not sure, that's not really apparent in this video, but here you can see them taking the leaves, taking out the fresh aloe, and they put it in some type of strainer, some type of bag that strains the aloe, and then he just puts it straight on his hair, massages it in his hair, and he shakes his hair to get rid of the aloe. And that's all he does. He just leaves it in after that. So here you can see the aloe going on his head, and then here we cut to where he's like shaking out the aloe. He must get a headache from this, because standing there and trying to shake out the aloe, that would give me a headache for sure. So we then go to the next picture. This was young Lenny Kravitz once again, but to be honest, he hasn't aged much. He still looks very good. His hair is here. Here it's kind of like shoulder length, and it's always the same. He doesn't really do anything to his hair, I'm sure, because it looks very freeformed. This is probably a few years before he cut his locks, because they are flying. You can't really see them lying down, but you can kind of estimate the length, and they are probably coming down to like his belly button. Here they are tied back. You can see that he has thinner, smaller locks around his edges, and then he has thick freeform locks, which he uses to tie his hair back. This is shortly after he cut his locks. He had like a mini afro going on, and you can see that his hair naturally wants to really form locks. So I'm not sure, maybe he just kept cutting his hair and he didn't really comb out his afro, but you can see that his hair is already trying to like form little locks here and there. Another photo of his original set of locks. It looks amazing. There's nothing else I can say. He looks like a lion. Really, really cool. So here is a picture of him when his locks were good length. They come down to his belly button, and you can see that he has all different thicknesses and all different lengths of locks as well. Another picture that I had to like blur from the waist down, if you know what I mean. Another picture of him shaking his locks, and they are pretty friggin' long. So this is the last picture. This is kind of what his locks look like right now. Again, he looks like a baby lion with all the locks like kind of lying down. There's nothing else I can say about it. This guy is so cool. There's nothing that he can't do or can't look like and still make it look cool. So with that being said, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you want someone to be reviewed in the next video, leave them in the comments below. So I'll see you then.